One of the least talked topics in interior design and architecture has always been vendor management, and how vendor management can be a source of absolutely unassailable competitive advantage at a small scale, but if not managed well, it can be a hidden dependency at a large scale. At five projects, the principal knows the vendors, who delivers on time, who doesn't, who handles custom work, who doesn't, who overpromises, who keeps his promises, who fixes mistakes, and then the firm suddenly reaches 30 projects. Now, the principal is not able to review every purchase. So, new teams, what do they start to do? They start to choose their own suppliers independently. 6 months later, quality varies between different projects, timelines vary between different projects. One location has a supplier that the other location does not know about. One bad vendor keeps getting used again and again and again. And here's the real problem: the firm expanded its procurement volume, but it never expanded or improved its procurement intelligence. See, at a small size, relationships can substitute for systems, right? Founder can call the supplier personally. A project lead remembers what happened last time. A senior designer knows which fabricator to avoid. But these relationships, they don't automatically transfer to new employees or to new locations. That's when the mistakes start to repeat. Quality starts to vary. Lead times vary. Client experience, it becomes inconsistent. And the problem is not vendors. The problem is that vendor management, vendor intelligence, it never became organizational intelligence or organizational knowledge. To fix this, start with a simple performance scorecard. Did the supplier deliver when they promised? Were specifications met? Did defects occur? And how quickly were the problems resolved, if ever? Do it at the point of reception. Thing is, this is not to create a magical vendor scorecard. The point is to compare, then standardize the procurement logic against locations. Common specification standards, common approval stages, common documentation, common quality checks, and of course, common escalation rules. But don't make the mistake of thinking that scale means that every office should have the exact same suppliers. That's not the objective. The objective is that every office should make supplier decisions using the same baseline intelligence, same logic. Different local choices when necessary, sure. That is how relationships become organizational capability instead of private knowledge. Now imagine a second location which has a supplier failure or a supplier requirement without this procurement baseline intelligence, right? What would the local team say? Local team says that this vendor usually works for us, let's just go with him. Central team has no way of making a judgment call as to whether this is right or wrong. With a shared system, the record would show previous delivery, performance, defects, resolution. Now the local team can make a decision using the firm's accumulated knowledge rather than starting from a gut feel or starting from zero. That's what scale should do. Scale should ultimately make the organization smarter as it gets bigger. Every project should leave behind something useful, some usable intelligence for the next project. Otherwise, every new office starts rebuilding the firm's knowledge base from scratch, from zero. From a partner or vendor dependency, let's move to a dependency on an individual inside the organization. What happens when the person carrying the knowledge walks out of the firm? That's the hero employee trap, topic of the next episode. Thank you.